Hello guys, I'm Sethonan, I'm back, and this is the Daily Grind. This is Seiya Awakening Knights of the Zodiac, using the Chinese server to demonstrate some stuff. Well, I just read a comment, so this is going to be a real quick video compared to other ones in my channel. So let me know what you think about the quick videos. Well, I just recommended this saga as one of the must-haves for free players. Here's the thing. It was called to my attention that I didn't mention Divine Cloth Ikki, which is a unit that is going to come out. For a free player who doesn't have access to a lot of summoning stars, and knowing the rates in the Singapore version and the global one, Divine Cloth Pegasus is a better investment in the long run. Why? Because to level up your units, what you need is firepower. To farm efficiently, to farm fast. Several of the bosses in the game, like the epic ruins, have to be farmed fast, so you spend your energy allowance for the day so it starts recharging faster if you're going for a couple of runs during the day, like you play 3 or 4 times whenever there is stamina up. Divine Cloth Pegasus is the guy to go, because it not only helps you to kill the boss rather fast. This is a lineup that I was using to showcase that you can farm floor 11 of the ruins, provided that you have at least a level 70 lineup with some pavilion bonuses and 8 cents equipped in some of them to some sort of level. But for example, now that you're going to run into Evil Saga, open his friendship is a real pain in the butt because of the way he works. Now, you need at least one guy capable. Pegasus is not the only character that can do this, but it's the easiest one and the cheapest one to gear to kill the Ruined boss in party mode, not solo, in party mode. So you can farm friendship at your leisure for characters that you might be missing. Like, for example, one of the pavilion missions is getting Canon to level 5 friendship, Milo to level 5 friendship, Tauros to level 5 friendship. And just look at this. This is pretty much the only setup that can farm friendship for Evil Saga efficiently. If you use any other guy, like for example maybe Arayashiki, he performs the Akala on the first round and then Evil Saga is going to jump on him. If you use Pisces, then Evil Saga is probably going to attack him too, because he's very energy consuming. But this setup, where you only need one hit, and my Pegasus, even though he's level 80 and has most of the 8 cents leveled up, his Meteor is only level 3 and his Cosmos are not really perfect. So you can get a lot of mileage out of him. And he was able to do this with just Sword of Damocles, or even with Vulcan Chain. He's capable of doing this, even from a skill level 2. So most of you guys in the Singapore version must have, or well, not most, but at least a big majority of the players, from what I have seen, have access to a Divine Cloth Pegasus. And even if he was limited, he's probably going to come back. So for farming, that makes all of your other units better. Farming ruins is one way to earn income, and Pegasus also works well in coffers. Even though he's not able to kill the boss in just one round, you can set up a team so he can do that. Now, Divine Cloth Ikki is very, very different in his functioning. He's not yet out for the Singapore version, But just let me showcase real quick how he works. I need friendship from Milo, not for that guy. So the exact same setup. Uh, I could have kept farming and leveling up friendship to all these guys. Now I have to unequip Cannon because he is faster than Divine Cloth Ikki. So let's switch to Athena, who at least provides energy. So just you watch. It's another. The thing with efficient farming is that you should be able to leave the game running until it runs out of energy. So Divine Cloth Ikki uses his AoE. It's a decent chunk. He broke the boss into pieces. But now at the end of the turn, well, that was more work of Scorpio Milo, than Divine Cloth. Now, for Legion bosses, Divine Cloth Ikki is way, way better because of the way he works. Now that I have leveled up my Saga, he no longer jumps into God Cloth Ikki. But still, you get a mark, and if you lose some HP while attacking, then chances are that you're going to turn into Ikki again instead of the Phoenix, and then Saga is going to freeze you for a couple of rounds. So it's not nearly the same speed. And of course, yeah, for PvP, it's different. Ghost Cloth Ikki has more leeway into what teams make him strong. And in fact, he brought back into play Jamian and Isaac, who were left in the shelf for a long, long time until he came out. Now, people rediscovered Jamian or discovered him for the first time, and now you see the Crow Saint in many, many teams because we discovered a way to build him up that it actually works in many teams in the current Chinese meta. And of course, if you build Jamian, he used to work. You have Soap Berry available, and you already have a anti-stick and I don't know, Ring of Flowers, I think it's called. It's a white flower Cosmos. So you can probably set him up for some very interesting combos. I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to go in depth with all those support characters that many people forgo because they look ugly, because in the anime and the manga they didn't perform very well and lost most of their fights to the Bronze Saints. But he's very, very good in this version. So there's a difference. Sorry. Streaming for 4 hours every day just messes up with my throat. So I ask for forgiveness. But anyways, that's the differences. In this case, for the Underworld Invasion, God Cloth Ikki is way better than Pegasus. But for many other game modes, Pegasus is a better investment for the free players. Because Ikki is just as blue book hungry as Pegasus, he just uses them. You level up his skills in a different way. The spread is different, but the actual number of books is quite similar. You have to go with one skill to level 5 and a couple others very high, 4, 3, and your basic is it needs some work with the Divine Cloth. So just to close the video, let me show you my Cosmos with Pegasus Ghost Cloth. And as you can see, Physical Stone, Red Mist, and Tenacity with just some speed. Not perfect because I need a speed on all of the Cosmos and preferably double speed on the red ones, which I lack. So there's still ways to go with my Divine Cloth Pegasus. Hard hunting for Cosmos is the true end game. Finishing your build for the character. And one of the reasons that I have my Pegasus just for farming experience and friendship for the other characters, because he can do that fast. I can run down with a 4x multiplier. I can maybe run down that 1,000 stamina points in some 20 minutes. So you load up on Pope treasure maps, you use 600, 100, and start farming for experience when you need that. And it's way faster than with Divine Cloth Ikki. Especially if you are trying to up the friendship for Evil Saga and you don't have the blue books to skill him up properly. He's going to attack God Cloth Ikki at the very beginning, and you're not going to have time to save him. So, well, I hope that you enjoyed this quickie, and well, you know it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, leave a like in the video. Your comments, your questions, your critiques, constructive or destructive, you can leave that in the comments below. Click on that little bell so you get a notification when I upload new material, and see you around. See you next time. In the meantime, keep grinding on.